Alright, welcome back, and let's just get this kitchen counter done. So, all of this right here, let's make it that like nice black smooth material some of the kitchen boards are. So let's call it black smooth. Let's make it really dark. And let's make it really smooth, like 0.5 glossiness. That's maybe too smooth. 0.7. Maybe actually a bit brighter. But yeah, just this kind of simple material is all I really want it. But again, I can't really check how glossy it is when there's no difference to compare it against. So let's go inside and wait for autosave to again save the scene. Yeah, this is not glossy enough. So let's, yeah, this is more like it. Okay, so let's just again grab everything. Now this, I want it to be the bright wood to have nice contrast with the black counter. And this I want brushed metal, so we don't have that one made yet. So let's go metal, brushed. 0 diffuse, 1 reflection, let's say 8 for Fresnel. Let's go to the metal. Reflections, and there's this horizontal brush fixed. And let's use it into the reflection glossiness slot, inside of the reflection glossiness slot I mean, and increase contrast and start cranking it up until we see the structure, at least a bit. Maybe bump as well, but again, just slight bump. Sign it here and see how it maps. Maps nicely. Yeah. And here we can see that nice brushing. Maybe if we want to exaggerate this, we could maybe plug this into reflection color as well. Yep. Okay. So this is our brushed metal. For the kitchen counter, we'll probably use it on this thing as well. This cooker hood or cooking hood, it's supposed to have a lot more materials, but since we won't actually see them, and for the purpose of this tutorial we don't have too much time, so this would be glass, there would be chrome inside, this would be some grate, but the basic style of the material is the same. So I'm just gonna use this brush metal on pretty much everything. Now there's this sink. And this thing is sort of like a granite material from what I remember. And it has this like really dark untrusted metal part, but the tip here is chrome. So it should be divided to the material IDs. Let's check it out now. So this is granite, this is chrome, and ID3 is that dark anthracite metal, which we already have. So all we really need to create here is that granite material. So for that, let's create a new granite black granite material. And granite is going to be in marble right here. So this is the granite texture, which goes to the diffuse. And this is going to be granite sink with 3 material IDs, first of which is going to be this granite. Again, maximum reflection. And map just glossiness. We can go even higher, I guess. Even higher, because we will break this apart, I mean, with a bump. Okay, this is the granite material I was looking for. Awesome. So since this is granite, which is similar to marble, it will go here. Material 2 was the chrome or some stainless steel, so let's use this. And the third material was this anthracite dark metal. Yeah, so this is how it was supposed to look. And we are done with this sink. Okay, there's this little soap dispenser. 2 mils for the pepper and salt, some plates, olive oil, some silverware. So let's do these. This is just 2 ID 1 and 2, okay. So let's do a quick cleanup. This is done, this is done. This is a black smooth kind of plasticky material. It goes here. Looks almost same like that one. Anyway, what I do want now is soap dispenser material. Soap dispenser, just 2 IDs. First of which is again the generic ceramic or plastic glossy white material, second of which would be just stainless steel. That's it. Mills. They have this dark, nice dark wood, so let's create this now. No, which is this one, I guess. Yeah, that looks nice, but a bit more glossy. Actually, I should tweak it on those. So they have 2 IDs as well, I bet. So just mills, assign it, give it 2 IDs, first of which will be definitely wood. Of course it is. And I think I nailed it as it is. We see the nice wood structure from up close. Yeah, let's keep it that way actually. Second of which is that steel tip thing. This thing right here. Awesome. So again, these materials are done. Plates are just white porcelain or white ceramics. So again, just make it shiny. Olive oil. Okay. This is 4 materials: bottle, oil, the plastic and the steel tip. So let's do olive oil with 4. Which is which? This is gonna be definitely one which is glass. Okay. So this one is glass. Olive oil is, I bet, is gonna be 2. Yeah. So I haven't checked index of refraction for it, but I guess it's like 1.38 or 39. So let's try that. Again, 1 refraction, 1 reflection. Now let's go to the volumetric absorption and scattering. Try 5 centimeters first. Let's do like 2. And let's just wait for the autosave. Damn it. There we go. Let's just find this nice olive oil. Kind of color, which is definitely not this green. Well, I guess the surroundings are a bit greener, so it's hard to get it right, but in general. Yeah, in general something like this. If we take a look from the inside of the scene, we open the render settings and compensate the exposure back. Yep. That does indeed look like an olive oil. Perfect. And of course I cancel it, so once again. Okay. It was like this color. Great. Material ID 3 would be okay, so this is 4, so 4 would be steel, therefore 3 is the plastic. So 4, again stainless steel or some metallic material like that. And 3 would be just this kind of plastic, black plastic like this. Awesome. So olive oil is done. It's liquid, it's refractive, so it belongs here. This is gonna be super easy. Just basically our stainless steel material, again, will look great if we just put it on. Yep. Silverware is pretty much ready. Let's just quickly check with our, oh, did we delete it? It's still there, but I by accident deleted the blend material. Doesn't really matter. So our clay material, select by material. Just these things are what's left. Cups and plates are gonna be again white ceramics. This is cooktop. This is super simple too. Which is basically glass, so it's 1.55, it's just not transparent glass. And we just map it with some cooktop texture. The texture is completely black, which doesn't exist, so obviously Let's just quickly do a small offset so it's not super black. Cooktop goes to the glossy materials here. And all it really remains is this one coffee machine, which has several materials. So let's isolate only it. And it has 10 materials or something like that, something crazy. So what's material 1? Let's start with that. Oh, okay, this is some kind of colored metal. So let's get this here. Let's get rid of these. Coffee maker 2F. Awesome. So let's call this aluminum colored. Let's plug this into slot 1. Let's make it like 10. Glossiness 0.6. And they have them in sort of all kinds of colors, so I think I saw this like washed out green or some washed out red, maybe. Yeah, I think it was like something like this it looked. Okay. So select ID2. This is kind of black plastic, I suppose. So let's just do generic black plastic. This has also some decals, some textures, but we're not gonna waste our time on that yet. So we have very shiny plastic and very like dull plastic. So this is gonna be something in between. So again, super easy. 1.6 maybe, or 1.5. And for glossiness, 0.8. Yep, that's really all there is to it. Okay, so this is gonna be stainless steel, definitely. So we can just plug this in straight ahead. This is transparent plastic. So transparent plastic usually doesn't look like glass for 2 reasons. Oops, I didn't want to do that. To make transparent plastic look a little bit different than glass, we will get Corona material, plastic, transparent. Let's start off the same way like with glass. Now you can see it sort of looks like glass, but it has slightly different IOR, like 1.45. But secondly, most importantly, it doesn't have perfectly glossy reflection. So let's do 0.8. That way you will have something that looks like plastic. Okay, so for the ID5, that is maybe some darker plastic, but let's use this same one for the time being. I don't have reference of this in front of me. I'm sure there's some. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I think I got it right actually. Almost. It's black plastic. This is black shiny. So like this in the slot 2. So this is, get out. This is actually a little bit more dull plastic. And there was this super shiny plastic in that slot too. What happened there? Oh, that is slot 6. Oh, this is slot 2. Okay, so how did it? Okay, so this belongs here. It's just the wrong decal. And then this one, this very shiny one, belongs to the slot 6. There we go. What is 7? Okay, that's some stainless steel too, which we already have one, I think. Yeah, so let's instance it here. Okay. So those are the buttons with the decals that I've talked about. So those we won't be doing such a detail now. And then there's 10, which is water. So just water, which is same like glass except different index of refraction. And that's it. That's our coffee maker. So again, let's clean this up. Delete this, and this is metal, so it goes where the metals are. This is plastic, so it goes where all the plastics are. And these are transparent materials, which will go to transparent materials as soon as autosave stops right now. And that's it. So I'm going to go back to our camera. I am going to get our exposure back to 0.5. We had less before, but since we added a lot darker materials, are seen in general darkened, and as a result we have to increase the exposure a little bit. I have also returned the UHD cache precision to 1 because we are pretty much done rendering interactively. So what I'm going to do now is increase the resolution to maybe 160 or 1680 by 1120. I want a perfect 1.5 aspect ratio, but 3ds Max always messes it up. And I'm going to start to render the scene now. So by the start of the next part, where we will be setting up our final scene, we will have some nice preview of the entire scene. So I will just hit render. And I'll see you in the next part with finished image.